Why do you have such a problem with these double lumen midlines? I'm glad you asked. I think they are worthless. In fact, shame on anybody trying to sell these things. They are not specially designed to last longer. They're not specially designed to be midlines. It's just a manufacturing business move that was genius. They made a lot of money, however, it is wrong. All they did was take a PICC line and just cut it short and called it a midline and sold the shit out of it. And they took advantage of clinician ignorance of the vasculature and vascular access and got the non-specialists to buy this thing. What do I mean by this? And I'm not pointing at any particular manufacturer, I'm pointing at all of them. Here's the problem with midline, large bore midlines. Poiseuille's law states that any increase or changes in that diameter or the radius is going to affect the flow rate of the blood by a factor, let me rephrase, by a power of 4. That's an exponent, not a multiplier. So those increases are going to significantly reduce the blood flow, causing thrombosis. Remember varicose triad? Not only is it causing hemostasis, which contributes to thrombosis, it's also causing endothelial injury. That catheter may feel smooth to you, however, there is friction causing erosion of the glycocalyx protein. All polyurethane does this. Debatably, not the hydrophilic catheters. Those I'm going to table because I don't know much about them. However, I think they are less abrasive, less friction, less likely to cause DVTs compared to the straight up polyurethane catheters. I digress. So these larger double lumens are ending at the axilla and they're choking up the vein, reducing hemodilution of the medications. Why do you need a double lumen? Well, we need to draw blood. Midlines are not meant to draw blood. You can, however, their failure rate is extremely high because of varicose triad, and the larger diameter is causing thrombosis, reducing blood flow, that whole basic physiology phenomenon. Not only that, the medications that you're giving, most likely, I'm hoping you're doing a double lumen because of 2 non-compatible medications. Good on you for trying to keep those separate and not precipitating any problems, literal precipitants in the blood. However, if you're running 2 non-compatible medications, you're adding and accumulating oxidative stress, pH stress, osmolarity stress, accumulating, you're adding it all together to that one spot. So how likely is that going to ruin the glycocalyx protein, the stability, the homeostasis of that point where both medications are being delivered with, mind you, decreased hemodilution because that fat ass catheter is already choking that flow rate. There's no blood to dilute that oxidative stress or that pH or that osmolarity. So you're hitting the shit out of that vein with low reinforcements of extra blood to dilute that medication at that point. Your failure rate is going to skyrocket. So then why do we order it? Because 1, we don't know any better. Number 2, because we were taught as providers and nurses and clinicians to avoid central lines as much as possible because we don't want to financially get dinged for it. So these inappropriate, shitty double lumen midlines are a way to deliver those non-compatible medications simultaneously without getting hit with eclampsia. But we're fucking up their veins, but we don't get punished for fucking up their veins. There's no reimbursement problems or reimbursement issues if that line fails. That is life. However, it's going to happen more frequently because of these fat ass double lumen catheters, midlines. There's not enough hemodilution where the tip terminates. It's a terrible device. What about a 4 French? Still, the oxidative stress problem comes into play and minimized hemodilution. This is why the forearm with an optimal junctional tip termination is better than your midlines because you're not interfering with hemodilution. Anyways, yeah, double lumen midlines are shit. And anyone who thinks they're the best thing or useful compared to a double lumen pick, dead freaking wrong. I would love for someone to stitch this and debate me because I want to hear your side. I'm stuck on this. I have confirmation bias because of what I know. I would love to hear someone else's opinion on why double lumen midline is appropriate or better than a double lumen pick. Let's go, baby.